Hi, this is Michael with Peace and Favor, where we help you find your path to peace. Thanks for taking time to watch the video. About 9 months ago, my father passed after having been sick for a couple of years. He was 96 years old, had lived a full, rich life, amazing man, and well thought of throughout the community, very huge impact on the community and family. But his loss, threw me for a major loop. Mainly because I thought I was quite ready for him to go. I had been taking care of him, looking after him, doing his final 3 or 4 years. We jointly been working on preparing for his exit. His primary concerns, like, need to take care of my wife. And so we're trying to get things set up so that, she'd be okay after you left. But along the way, we built a different relationship. Got to know each other a lot more. Like most fathers and sons, we had a lot of heat in our history, and good and not so good feelings. But in his final years, it's like I saw him as a human, not on what he was supposed to be, but just this guy who was trying to make the best of his situation in the family. And I think he came to see me in the same way. And but it also meant that his passing hit me a lot harder than I could have ever imagined. And so when he did pass, I felt this, a sense of relief, because he was, the last few weeks, it was so hard to watch him as he got weaker and weaker and weaker, and he couldn't do the things he had previously been able to do. And it was hard for him to be helped all the time. And he was tired. I thought I was ready when he went. And I found out that I was ready for the dad I knew years prior to die. That makes any sense? The one I knew as a young adult, as a teen, as a kid, that guy, I was ready for him to die. I'm ready for it, okay? My head's wrapped around it, I'm good. What I wasn't prepared for was for this old dude to die. This old dude who would sit around and tell me stories about his upbringing and talk about adventures he'd been on, little life adventures. Share how he determined what to do in different situations. But mainly, when I talked to him, I would speak to him from when he was 8 years old. He would talk, and it would be like amazing. He would a song would come on and he would start talking. It was like he was right there. And I got a chance to be there and watch and interact with him. And then when he was 18 or 16, when he went into service, and what that was like and his experiences in the service through the years, and his marriages, the kids, dealing with the community, dealing with politics, just so many things. And through it all, though, he was trying to make things better for the community and for the family. And now, people didn't always like his decisions, including me, okay? But he didn't make decisions based on other people. He did what he thought was best. And but anyway, I got a chance to know him differently. And I was sharing with him some of the things I was working on personally. And he listened. And it blew my mind. Because my whole life, the things I've worked on and labored on, he just, he nodded, but we never even completed conversations because he really had some stuff he was working on. And so the fact that he listened, but he didn't just listen to hear. He was like, well, if that's the case, then what about this and this and that and that? Which let me know, oh wait, he heard me. He put these together and now my mind is blown. It's like, how can a 90-something-year-old man get the deep concepts that I'm sharing with him? Because they're very, quote unquote, controversial or countercultural. And it was amazing to me. And so we would talk and around certain people, when certain people came around, he would change the conversation or move it in a different direction because he realized this isn't the group to share this information with. And he was respecting who I was and what I was bringing, what I was working on. And I cannot tell you what that did for me. Wow. Anyway, what I'm saying is that old dude, he was pretty cool. I liked him. Now he still made it bonehead decisions. Okay. Because he couldn't say no to his girls. That would be his women and children. Grandchildren. Great-grandchildren. He was amazing. And so when he made decisions, I was like, Pop, you know that. And he was like, no, son, I'm going to. I was like, okay. You sure that's what you want to do now? Yeah, all right. Roll with it. I couldn't be mad at him because he was doing the best he could. And so when he passed, it broke my little heart. Like I said, I was relieved, but also it broke my heart. And I went into my just get things done mode. And I did take care of things the best I could. Didn't care what anybody thought. Like he had to tell me this is how we're gonna get done, this is how, and that's what I did. Okay? And everybody decided this, well, we should do this and we ought to do this. Now, I don't care, so you can do whatever you want to do. I'm taking care of this like he said, I'm done. And I was done. To the degree that I could be. And but then I was left in a tough spot because I did everything I could to keep him alive. Everything I could. And yet, when his day came, he was gone. And in the aftermath, weeks after he passed, I knew I had to decide what direction I was going to go in. And got real stressed out trying to think through it, and did some, I hurt myself with some of my thoughts and actions. And ended up having to, my body, when I get stressed, I don't strike out. It actually hurts itself. And for me, it's my abdominal area. And I ended up pretty jacked. Act to the point where hospital, just ER, not hospital, ER. Doctor told me, come and sit in my office and talk with him. And he's like, I can do this and that, help you out. But he said, he wanted to give me meds. Everything's meds. And I was like, nah, let's do it. I'll do it if I have to, but what else we got? It's like, well, we can do physical therapy. But that's also best if you also do mental health therapy. It's like, okay. I say, I'm open. Because right now, I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm just hurting right now. And so I ended up going to physical therapy. It was great. I'll be honest with you. It was great. When I say it was great, in that it helped me to just relax. It was exercises. It was huge focus on breathing. And I realized I've been hurting myself for most of my life. I've been on, you know how to say fight or flight? Like I've been in that mode for most of my life. And so physical therapy was wonderful. But I also went to some therapy for mental health purposes. Partner, you know. That was great too. See, because what my therapist said, when I got there, so why are we here? What do we want to come out? I said, well, I'm terrified that at this stage of my life, I'm going to make decisions that are going to betray me. I feel like I'm going to betray myself by the decisions I make. I've grown accustomed to living in a way that hurts me. And I want to make decisions that are going to help me to be healthy. And I don't know what that is, and I have to learn that. And so between the physical therapy and the mental health therapy, she gave me room to talk, safe place to talk through some things. She didn't tell me what to do, how to do, but she allowed me to talk through some things because what was going to work for me, only I could provide. And so we did that for a few months. And at the end, she was able to show when I started, I was terrified. And when we were done, I wasn't. Matter of fact, I was pretty clear on where I'm going from here. And it was because of I went down the path of physical therapy, which helped me to relax. And then the mental health part helped me to think more lucidly and not to build upon a troubled foundation, to quit hurting myself because I thought it was the right thing to do. And because I wanted to live well. Pop, when he passed, felt like he hadn't done enough. I wanted to live in such a way that every day I felt good about where I was before I went to sleep. Because I realized after he passed that all of us could be gone at any day. We don't know what day, what hour we're going to pass. So live well each day. I'm where I am, and I'm in a much better place than I was, say, a year ago. Because of what I went through when my dad died. My point is, going through grief and loss, if you go through it, head up, please understand, I had a lot of head down time, okay? Horrible time, emotionally, physically, just anger, bitterness. It was just horrible. Just being self-destructive. But going through the process and clarifying with myself, it's what you're trying to do, what you're going to do, what we're going to do here, how we're going to handle it, where we're going from here. And figuring those questions out and then acting upon them. Checking into myself, my heart, my soul, what I'm going to do and who I'm going to be. It was pretty cool. So now, when I think about Pop, it's like, we're doing pretty good. What I mean is he's resting. He's got his rest. He did what he could do. And I feel better about not just myself, but I feel better about my relationships, those that lasted. I Some relationships kind of faded into the background during this time. The fact that I released a lot of other people's problems, because I was thinking their problems are my problems, and it's like, no more. Every day, I go to bed thankful, wake up thankful too. Every time I wake up, it's a good day, okay? But by the end of the day too, when I lay down, that was still a good day. It went well. May not have gone according to script, but let me handle this moment the best I can, and be true to myself, and be honest with the people around me. And it's been a good thing. I hope this ramble will actually, like I told you, had a good thing. I hope it'll be encouraging to you, so that when you face some horrible losses, when you feel you're just so beat down, give yourself a chance to have a good ending. Like, what would it take for this to turn out well? It may take some work, going through some very difficult and painful times, but it's like, can it have a good ending? Well, let's shoot for it. I will go through these difficulties, go through these struggles, build up these happy muscles, or these joyous muscles, these peaceful muscles, by going through the struggle. And I'll have moments of joy, moments of peace, in and out of that. Some up, some down, but it's like, I cannot describe to you how good it is to have series of good days. Anyway, this is Michael with Peace and Favor. Shoot me an email. What's up? How you doing? I'll get back on target with the Hidden Village in future videos, but I just wanted to get this one out of the way, because life keep lifing, all right? And what it is, a lot of times, is up to you. This is Michael, Peace and Favor. God bless.